Salweta. Today we need to talk about something new, the demonstrative pronouns. Now you already know what pronouns are. It's those little words that replace other nouns. Words like it and they, he and she, we, things like that. But the demonstrative pronouns are ones that demonstrate or point out something. Take, for example, the English word this, or in the plural, these. I could talk about this boy or these apples, which means I'm pointing out something. But I could also just say he, she, it, or they, right? If I talk about this boy, I could have just as well have said he. If I referred to those apples, I could have just as well said they. So go ahead and set up this chart in your grammar notes. You want a singular and plural side, and then you want 3 columns for masculine, feminine, and neuter under each side. Obviously, we could be talking about this boy, this girl, or this rock. So we need all 3 genders. And then we need the 5 cases down the side. So here we go with the singular forms. Hic, hic, hoc. Huius, huius, huius. Huic, huic, huic. Hunc, honk, hoc. Hoc, hoc, hoc. And you'll notice that the ablatives, the vowel and all the ablative forms, each one has a long mark or a macron. And that's important, especially over there in the neuter. You notice that the nominative and accusative neuter forms just have hoc without the long mark, but then with the long mark it becomes hoc. So we need that to distinguish from those other forms. Looking now at the plurals, we have he, hi, hike, horum, harum, horum, he's, he's, hos, has, hike, and he's. You may want to pause the video for a moment to make sure that you have all of those copied. Now we're going to move on to the next demonstrative pronoun, which in English is that, or in the plural, those, or again, he, she, it, they. You may be asking yourself, what is really the difference between this and that? This always refers to something that is closer to the speaker. That refers to something that is farther away. Forms of that, those, he, she, it, they, in Latin, are as follows. We have ille, illa, illud, illius, 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 illi, 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 illum, illam, illud, illo, illa, illo. And again, you want to watch those long marks or macrons on the ablative vowels. Over on the plural side, we have illi, illi, illa, illorum, illarum, illorum, illis, 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 illos, illas, illa, illis, illis, illis. Again, you may want to pause the video while you get those copied. Now, one of the things you may have noticed about the plurals of ille is really they look just like the plural endings in first and second declension, and you can use that to help you memorize those. In fact, you may also notice that forms of hic and ille are very similar. Take a look at that singular side. The genitive for hic is huius, and the genitive for ille is illius. Both have that ius. Both have the single vowel on the ablative. Hoc, 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 illo, illa, illo. So if you can find some similarities between hic and ille, that should help you to memorize those, and also the similarities with first and second declension endings, especially in the plural. Now let's take a sample sentence. Copy this into your notes. Hic puer illam puellam amat, sed illa hunc non amat. Once you have that copied, underline the 4 demonstrative pronouns in that sentence. Pause the video while you do that. You should have underlined hic, illam, illa, and hunc. Now go ahead and translate that sentence. Pause the video while you do. You should have come up with, this boy loves that girl, but that girl does not love this boy. Now you'll notice in the second half of the sentence, we didn't need to repeat the words for girl and boy. When I had illa there in the second half of the sentence, it's feminine, and the only feminine word in the sentence so far has been girl, so we can assume that it means girl. Same thing for hunc. It's masculine, and the only other masculine noun we've had in that sentence has been boy, so we could assume boy. Of course, we could have made it even simpler and translated it another way. See if you can translate that same sentence and make the second half a little bit shorter, maybe using words like she and he and so forth. Pause the video while you do so. You should have come up with, this boy loves this girl, but she does not love him. And that takes us to the end of really the first part of demonstrative pronouns. We'll have another video coming up soon. While later.